let's do my eyebrows. 2 a.m. edition. Okay, so we are finally going to be doing my eyebrows. I have a couple events going on in the next couple of weeks, so I really need to get these brows done. And now that I have time and enough time to let them heal, so we need to get this done. Okay, so let me show you guys what I use. First off, my mirror, because I need to see. I already can't, to be honest. That's why I have glasses. Let's see. 2 cotton pads, one to take off all the hairs and one to wipe every single thing down. I'm going to go in with scissors because I really let them grow, so I want to like pull them back. But to pull them back with, I have this little like spoon, and I'm going to go like that. Most importantly, my tweezers. I have this eyebrow razor, so just to clean up really quickly. And then I even have this even smaller one. This one is from Kala. I got it from Marshall's in like a pretty big pack. And this one is from Ardell. These are really small and tiny. I like these ones specifically for like right here. Now this little kit was from Daiso. So this is what it looks like. Highly recommend this. And lastly, aloe vera gel. This works extremely well for me to get rid of any irritation. So really highly recommend using aloe vera, and this one is fragrance free, so you're not going to get any irritants from a fragrance. Now before you even think about using anything towards your brows, you need to sterilize everything. Now before I started this video, I already went ahead and let everything sterilize for about 15 minutes, so everything is nice and clean. Okay, so now we're going to begin. So this is what we're working with. They're really not that great, so we have a lot to go through. So I need to clean up right here. So the shape that I'm thinking of is, I want to make them thin. I really try to let the brows just grow as much as possible so I can get a really nice shape. So I'm going to cut off right here, take some off right here, and I'm going to thin it just right here. But I'm going to cut some just right there. Now, the reason I really let these grow for months is because I really wanted to get them as even as possible. This brow has a ton of hair compared to this one, and I feel like because I left it alone, it ended up growing a lot more hair. So now I feel like they're pretty even. So as horrible as my brows have been, it was honestly so worth it. Now, I've been doing my brows for a long time. Now, I used to get my brows threaded when I was like first like getting into makeup, like back in like middle school, but it got really expensive really quickly. So I then just went one last time and I asked them to just really give me like a really nice shape. And then I never went back. I kept that shape for years and I still actually have maintained the shape. I think it's been around like 9 years since I've been to an eyebrow place to get them threaded. I really have maintained the shape that they gave me. So for like the last 9 years, I really just been doing my own eyebrows and I quite like them, you know. Sometimes it's a trial and error. Sometimes they come out really nice and other times it makes me question why I do my brows at home and I should probably go back to the threading place. But you know what? It has saved me a lot of money and honestly it's kind of fun too. So let's start doing our brows. So I am going to speed this up. Now if you guys do your eyebrows at home, totally let me know what you guys do. I've always wanted to do like at home wax, but I'm honestly a little scared. I really do admit that I'm a little scared of like hot wax. I don't know, it's not my thing. So but totally let me know if you guys do your eyebrows. I highly recommend. I feel like it's just like a nice beauty treatment that you can save a lot of money on. So, because honestly, those like what? I think I used to pay up to like $25, depending on the area and the place I would go to, be like $15 to $25 last time that I went. Like, that adds up a lot. And honestly, my eyebrows, depending, sometimes they grow really quickly, so that would add up. The amount of money that I've saved, to be honest, amazing. I'm going to speed this part up just because, yeah, I honestly do need to focus. Not only because it's like 2 a.m., but yeah, so let's speed this up a little bit. Okay, one brow done, and now it's time to do the other. Quite like the shape, honestly. It's a lot. I made it a little bit more thicker, and then I made the tail end thinner. I don't know. I think it's a vibe. So, and now let's do the other brow. Okay, everybody, so I made them really thin. This one has a lot more hair, So this one ended up becoming really thin, but you know what? I quite like it. So, I did grow them out a lot, but I feel like now the shape is so much more prominent compared to how it was. So even though it was giving Chewbacca for quite a while, it ended up looking really nice. So the last and final step is to apply your aloe vera, and I want to apply with you guys. So I'm just gonna take a clean and take a little bit on a clean cotton pad and kind of just apply it thickly everywhere. Okay, so this is a much closer look. My eyebrows are extremely irritated, but you know what? It's worth it. So usually for me, the irritation lasts around just a couple of hours. Now, I am going to go to bed, so by the time I wake up, they're perfectly fine. But there is quite a bit of irritation. But because I did apply a pretty thick layer of the aloe vera, the irritation now settles down in probably a couple of hours. So yeah, so I'm pretty irritated, especially on this brow. I really had a lot of hair here compared to this one that didn't need a lot of cleanup. Then I did clean up the middle. But this brow is always the one that's irritated each and every time. But yeah, so these are the brows. Quite excited to do thin brows for the summer. But yeah. Okay, so this is how I do on my brows. And finally, we've done it after so long. But yeah, all this grow was so worth it, to be honest. They're gonna look so good now. Okay, but this is how I do on my brows, and this is me doing my brows after so long. Okay, good night, besties.